Hello and welcome to Orion Outreach. My name is Michael Dwyer, and today we're speaking with three folks from TOPS. That's T-O-P-S. We've got Michael, we've got Debbie over here on the other side, and here in the middle, Sherry. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to be here.
Great to be here.
Now, the TOPS name, it rang a bell when we were talking just before we got started, but I didn't know much about what you do. And Mike, you were kind enough to share that you started in 1948.
1948, around a kitchen table, a lady by the name of Esther Mance actually would go from place to place. All she was caring about was how to get people healthier back in the day. And she would carry a scale and she'd go from place to place weighing anybody that wanted to get weighed and trying to encourage them to get healthier.
But healthier in general, and weight loss was part of that?
Weight loss is a tool. I mean, we'll come to our meetings and we have the scale there, but like I shared with this chapter today, it's not necessarily about the scale, it's a tool. But I think it's more about the support and encouragement and how do we get healthier without saying there's a one-size-fits-all, just kind of letting people know that, you know what, there's a lot of information being shared here that surely between all of us we could find some support and find ways to get healthier physically, even mentally, as support gives aid to that.
Now, tell me a little more about Esther's story. What did she see a need in herself as well as the community? What was her motivation?
I think that was the whole thing. She saw a need in her own life of wanting to be healthy. She understood the census back then and statistics that I don't have here, but they were getting worse as far as people being obese, and she cared very much. And it's such a big, huge problem today with our children, and how we try to encourage them to eat healthier, and of course their caregivers, whoever that may be, to try to encourage them to live a life now that's going to be a lot more healthier for them, that down the road they won't have to face some undue consequences.
Yes, weight and unhealthiness, of course, plays into our overall well-being in life and how long we might live.
Right.
And we all want as much time on the planet as we can get.
Absolutely.
So tell me what TOPS stands for.
I'll give that to our chapter leader over here.
TOPS means Take Off Pounds Sensibly.
Take Off Pounds Sensibly is what TOPS stands for.
Right.
Is that what Esther created in 1948, the same slogan?
It is.
She did this in a kitchen with a few of her friends.
Yeah.
And as they got to research everything that they were trying to promote in their community, word of mouth started happening to where they said, oh, can I join? Can I do this? Can I do that too? To where it expanded and is now quite a big organization. But we're nonprofit. We don't go online to sell things. We don't promote ways of doing things that are like with all these new commercials that are out. It's what works for you, not to be, always looking for paying for things, to where we try to encourage health.
You're a support group.
Yes, we are a support
There's a
group.
nominal fee to belong, but what you're saying is you don't upsell a program,
No.
a product,
No.
pharmaceuticals or
No.
supplements or routine.
Nope.
There's none of that.
None of that.
This is a support group. Now, how do some of those other things play into this? Do you help people understand what may or may not work for them?
We do have programs that will do that. Our TOPS magazine has a lot of information in it to help out. And we really promote that, do what's best for you.
Yeah, it's not a one-size-fits-all society, and there are so many things out there, even new things coming today that with the shots and the other ways to try to lose weight, we're not judgmental. We just simply, what is working for you? How can we help each other and encourage each other daily? And so it's not trying to sell a product. It's simply the only thing that we really care about is how do we help you to be healthier in such a way that it helps you to move forward and maybe even get a lot more joy than you might have had being unhealthy. So
Now, I have a few extra pounds, but maybe I feel unhealthy. Am I a candidate?
Yes.
I don't have to be obese. I don't have to have reached a point where I feel there's no return. I can just say, I want to be healthy at any level.
Yes.
My wife over there has joined. It's going on 2 years now. She is, as far as I'm concerned, very fit. And so it's not just about the loss of weight or the gain of weight. Or I think for a lot of folks that don't feel like they need to get healthier physically are there because they want to get healthy mentally. They want to get the support and encouragement. And again, I've been a pastor for churches for many, many years, over 40 years, and it's nice to be a part of a group that understands where I'm coming from and that understands the journey and the concerns, and that I've seen this type of thing work with them. That again, when they asked to use the church where I pastor, I was gung-ho about it, and I said, well, I want to be a part of it, and because I have, and because they've reached out to me, they've saved my life. As I've shared earlier, 160.
Yeah, let's hold this up. This is a picture of you.
Yeah.
When was this taken?
That was taken several years ago. However, I lost the weight in the last couple of years, and so I've lost 168 pounds.
How big were you here?
Close to 500 pounds.
Close to 500 pounds.
Yeah, it was awful, and I was studying for the ministry. Actually, I was starting the ministry even back then, but I had no strength, and you know, I didn't know how I could try to encourage people spiritually when I was having so many problems physically, and I don't know.
And what are you down to now, may I ask?
Yeah, I really don't want to share that.
Okay, okay.
But I will tell you what, my goal is to be like you, because again, when you talk about
But
it's
clearly
a
a
lot,
lot.
yeah.
You've lost a
Oh,
lot.
yeah,
You've
yeah.
lost a lot. And weight is kind of like a phone number. Sometimes we keep it unlisted.
Yeah, but I tell you what, it's still encouraging. I mean, when you all the non-scale victories, even, you know, it's to be able to fit into something, to be able to get on an airplane without someone saying, "Do you need the extension today?" or yelling across the room, "Do you need the extension down there?" There's the whole mentality of how you're received, unfortunately, plays into how a lot of people treat you.
There's some indirect shaming
Absolutely.
that comes along with it, which is just part of moving through life.
And it used to be, but I'm telling you what, this group here, that's the difference. We're not about shaming, we're about encouraging. I will never tell somebody that you're wrong. I won't tell them that what they're doing is wrong. I will simply say, this is what I'm doing. Even when we invite people to become part of the group, I'll go to the gym and I'll look at them and I'll say, "Hey, my name is Mike, and we'll meet." And I'll say, I know you're in the gym and you're looking pretty good, but I'll tell you what, the truth of the matter is, I'm needing some help, and I go to this group and it's been helping me some. But I'd like you to come and maybe you've got something that's going to help me. And that's how it starts. It's not about shaming. We will not shame anybody. I will tell you what, I will just love on people while we still have them.
So internally, it's a personal journey.
It really
But
is.
you're taking that journey with other people.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great that we could do that.
Because you've got
together.
that support structure.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, you were close to 500. So that number gives you a starting point.
It does.
So when I went to the gym, they weighed me, they measured me, they,
Oh, yeah.
they took measurements of my muscles. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we want to track your progress. A little different, but still, it was a starting point.
Yeah.
Measuring.
And then from there on, you have your personal journey track record.
Absolutely, yeah. And you get to share that with them and they with us. And again, it may not always be about the weight loss or the weight gain. It may be just taking time to listen to their story and finding out that maybe there's some things in this story that are stopping them or prohibiting them. It comes down to basically just listening and showing that you care enough. And you can find that in other groups, there is no doubt. But when you pour your life into somebody else, and this is what I tell the group all the time, that I forget how many, 27 chapters here in Michigan, that when I talk to them about the important thing is, if you can pour your life into somebody else, you're going to get the blessings as well. And that's what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being that support structure reminds you of your journey.
Right.
And so it's a two-way street. Helping yourself and helping others helps yourself.
And also helps you get to the point that you think, all right, I've made it.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good
But
thing.
I can still help other people.
Yep. And then when you get to your goal, like I am, there's another thing that TOPS is. It's called COPS, K-O-P-S, and that stands for Keep Pounds Off Sensibly. So now I'm in the status of a cop. And
Does that
hel-
mean you police these guys?
No.
Or you're only policing yourself?
I'm policing myself,
But
and
they
that's what's
encourage
great
us.
about
Right.
TOPS is that I can go and I can maintain, and it helps me be accountable.
And that is an inspiration for us who have not made to our goal yet.
I can see that because you come to meetings, and so folks that are just starting their journey can see that there are success stories.
Oh, yeah.
And then that those success stories aren't always easy.
No.
You have to continually work
Yes.
Right.
at this.
You really have to
And
continue
you have your ups and downs, like
Yes.
any other person would. You just have these ups and downs. You learn how to control those ups and downs. And you reach plateaus, and we teach you how to look at it in a different way. Like I tell our group that, all right, you've reached a plateau. You will break that plateau, but right now your body is adjusting to your new weight. And once it's adjusted, it'll start losing again.
At each meeting, we have a presentation about health or food or any topic, and our meeting is an hour, and a good 15-20 minutes is a presentation about how you can be healthier.
And how often do you meet?
Once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also have programs for mental health. If someone is saying, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this, well, we have information that they can be shared, and we bounce off things on everybody.
Well, sure, because the mental and the spiritual
Right.
aspects of an individual play into the physical.
Right,
Absolutely.
and we've did a program once on how volunteering and also hobbies can really help you out mentally and also physically, because when you're doing something else, your mind's not on food.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways of helping out.
We enjoy inviting other guests as well, and we'll have
So,
nutritionists come in.
besides this the support structure that
Right.
you've created throughout and during and after, you also educate.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You talk
It's a
about
big part of it.
where the unhealthiness comes from, lifestyle choices, eating, and eating the wrong things is probably a big deal.
Right.
And here in America, unfortunately, we don't necessarily know what the wrong things are. So you
Correct.
help educate people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Big part of it. Yeah.
Since 1948, is there some key factors that you've learned since 1948 that you can share with people? Like if they want to get on this path, besides finding a chapter close to them, what should they start doing right away?
I
Well-
believe you have to be right in your mind. You have to
Tell
be
you, it's a big
determined
part of it.
to lose weight or be healthier. And it starts up here with you. And when you have that, then come look us up, because we'll help you get to that goal.
You're right. You have to have that determination.
Yeah.
You have to have that mental change.
Right.
That doesn't happen overnight,
No.
Michael. I tell you, with me, again, it doesn't matter where you are spiritually. I don't want to put anybody down because I'm honestly, like I said, I'm a pastor, but it didn't happen for me until something changed here. It didn't change here until it changed when I saw how other people were coping, how they were handling some of the stresses that we don't often get to talk about or share with other people. And so it does. And so I say, I'm not exactly sure what clicked, but something clicked. And sometimes it happens even before you get to these meetings. You just get tired of certain things, and finally you just say, what, there's got to be another way. A guy by the name of Tim Bertram, who was crowned king for Michigan and was my mentor before I became king last year and then international king of losing all this weight. He always said, if something's not working, try something else. And in this group, there's a lot of something else that we can try. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. And Debbie, going back to what you were saying, I worked for a woman who was a little on the heavy side. I worked for her for 10 years. This was in radio. She, every day for lunch, she says, what are we doing for lunch? And she would look at the menu and she would say, well, let's order this or let's order that. And she goes, you know, I can start my diet tomorrow.
Oh, it's always on a Monday. You know, I'll start on Monday.
She said that every day of the week for
I
10
know.
years.
Oh, I know,
She
we
never
know.
got the mindset, bless her heart. She just
Yeah.
never
You know, I
Right.
get it. We
figured
get that.
to do that. So you help people with that, but that's got to be something that they come to, or none of this is going to work.
Right, they
Exactly.
have to be ready for it.
It's like you can't lead a horse to water and make it drink. They have to want to.
And we can
So-
show them what that looks like.
Yes. So even when I'm out, I'll be talking with people because I belong to other groups, and someone would ask me a question and says, "Oh yeah, I belong to a TOPS group, and this is what we're about." And they said, "Well, how can I find it? Because I could really stand to lose some weight and have some help." And so I have a business card in which will have the 800 number on to find a chapter, no matter where they're at.
And now, Mike, you are an advocate for 27 chapters in the area.
That's correct.
You
yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Sherry, you are a chapter leader.
Yes.
And you're a co-leader.
Correct.
Very
Okay.
good, yeah.
And there's chapters all throughout the United States, in all 50 states, I believe you
Yes.
mentioned, including in Canada, and
Yeah.
some overseas by people that took this program with them,
Right.
whether they moved or
Right.
whatnot. So, so people call this 800 number. They find a chapter close to them. Maybe the closest chapter meets at a time they can't do. They'll find the next closest chapter,
Yes.
something like that.
Right.
Or there's one online. You can join and be online.
Yes,
Yeah.
now
You don't
they are
have to-
online.
Virtual
Because
meetings.
everything's online.
Yes.
Right.
Everything, and the younger generations, of course, a lot of them are feeling more comfortable with that type of thing, with the newer technology. I get all that. And so there's probably not a way we can't now reach out to anybody of any diversity or any age group. It's pretty cool.
So check you out online or call the phone number is the first step.
Right.
Or
You got
email,
it.
or their website is tops.org, tops.org.
Tops.org. Really easy to remember, tops.org.
Right.
They can find the information there, contact a chapter, get involved,
Yep.
come to a meeting. Walk us through a first meeting, Mike.
First meeting, and I think I've given you a list there. I'm a chapter leader as well in my meeting, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about. But we usually get together and we do a roll call, so everyone has an option of responding however they want. But that's usually after a weigh-in. We'll sit down and sit down at the tables and relax. We'll have we always start off with a Pledge of Allegiance. And I think it's very cool because I'm very patriotic and I love my country. So we'll start off with that, and then we'll get into, after a few announcements, some roll call. People will answer one or three ways, as I heard today. One is, I'm here, and you don't have to say anything about your weight. You don't have to say anything about what you weighed. You can say it if you want to, but we usually don't mention numbers, but usually it starts off with, I'm here, or I've lost. They'll tell numbers, just I lost.
Or if they gained,
Or-
we'll clap and say, "We're glad you're here."
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Again, we just simply say, again, because of the bigger part of, for me, it's a support. To hear someone say, I'm glad you're here, regardless of how well you did or didn't do, is pretty encouraging. And so those are the three ways that we usually will answer. And again, you don't have to say anything. We could just say roll call, or and then just simply say, I'm here, and that's fine. We're not wanting to shame anybody,
No.
but it gives us a great way. So we, after the roll call, then we get into maybe some more announcements. And I wish I had that paper right there, because that says everything that
Yeah, well, go ahead.
everything that we do, and I don't want to leave anything out. Roll call, share what helped the people that have gained weight or lost weight. Either way, we'll get into a program where she talked about, to where anyone in the group, if they feel like they'd like to share a good 10 or 15 minutes worth of information that has helped them or that will help, and it may be an article that they read out of our Tops magazine that comes out every 2 or 3 months, and it may be something encouraging that they've learned. It may be something on nutrition, it may be something on mental health. But any subject that they usually bring up usually has to do with some type of health-related information and encouragement. Or we'll have somebody come in and speak. Last week we had a guy come in from the center where I work out at, a senior center, and he came in and did, I believe, yoga. There was a Thai, what was it?
Was classic.
Classic yoga. And so different groups from different communities will come in, and they'll do all sorts of things and help you with balance, and they make it quite enjoyable. Again, you don't have to participate. If you want to do some of the things that these people will come in and they do at your area, that's fine. But or you just sit and watch everybody do the different things. But it's more about the knowledge. So after the program, we have these different gifts and games. We talk about who might be the best loser and who might be the runner-up. And usually there's a gift involved in that. Usually,
Loser being a good thing.
yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Definitely.
And again, even with we don't stress a lot about the loser as much as we do the winner. We don't want anybody to feel shamed. However, there are some things that we do for people that haven't lost weight as well. Just again, I'll tell people, just the fact that you showed up makes you a winner, and I'm really glad you're here. And then they like seeing this kind of stuff where we have gifts that we give out. I will tell you, in my TOPS group, personally, we give out money for just about everything. So if our dues are $5 a month, $5 a month that we pay, we'll take that money and we'll end up either giving gifts or giving that money away to the biggest loser, some of it, or the runner-up. And then we'll spend the other money to help pay for dues for this thing I called SRD, where we go once a year and we have all the TOPS chapters in Michigan come together, and we will celebrate together. And it's a great time of encouragement.
Do you have numbers on how many people have been through TOPS or are currently members?
We believe that numbers around is over 50,000.
Okay.
Yeah, so far. When the COVID hit us, that hurt big time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of in-person meetings and that
Yeah,
support
they were all
structure,
right, that's
we
right.
all suffered.
Yeah,
We
it
all
was,
suffered,
in our
yeah.
churches as well. It was difficult, but like you said, with the technology and stuff, we were still able to do some things online.
Yep.
And that was helpful as well.
Now, I imagine in 1948, the reasons why we were not losing the weight or that we were putting weight on unexpectedly, or it's changed over the years. It's probably evolved into different things, and I see people struggling with that on a larger scale, no pun intended. There's more of them
Yeah.
than there were when I was younger.
Well, it was a simpler time then, too.
Maybe.
To where,
yeah.
but some of the things that were happening back then are still happening today, with stress and depression and just
Loneliness, you name it.
loneliness. And there's also the fact that they're so overwhelmed with personal problems or a family that they have to take care of, to where you become an emotional eater. Or something's happened in your life, like with me, with losing my husband to cancer, and it just takes tolls on you. So those things are something that's happened way in the past and now in the future too.
And we try to
that we try
help
to deal
them.
with it.
Yeah, we try to help them through that.
So as leaders in this community, you have to keep evolving too and
Right.
understanding where people are coming from and what the new factors are. Do you have young people joining?
There are a lot of young people that do join, and there's children even that parents will join and bring their children as members too, because they recognize that the obesity with children is getting out of control. In fact, our latest magazine is dedicated to that.
And sometimes I can see genetically
Yes, that is a
That-
factor.
you can see the children on the same path as the parents, and that might be a genetics, and the whole family's going to have to struggle
Yep.
with that.
They have to
But I
support each
also
other,
see young people overweight, and their parents are not. So there's some different factors playing in there, and you help people understand what's going on with that.
Yeah, we have to. It's been recognized finally that genetics plays into it, environment plays into it, and social media plays into it.
Oh, big time.
Very big time. To where kids aren't even socializing that much. They're not going outside and playing like they used to do when we were
Put down
kids.
the phone and go out for a bike ride.
Yeah.
Is that what
Exactly.
you're saying?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Exactly. So
Move,
all
move.
this plays into it today. Compared to when, we were kids, especially when I was a kid. I was out playing with, the guys and, girls and stuff. And I was a bit of a tomboy. So I climbed trees. I played, with, the boys with the baseball and other stuff like that. You don't see that too often anymore.
No, it's a shame for lots of reasons.
Exactly.
And one of them is it could lead to an unhealthy individual.
And then there's the fast food stuff too.
Yes.
People
yes.
Have to learn, you can go to a fast food restaurant, but you have to know how to navigate it.
So it's a big list. People come in to a meeting and you help them identify what the causes might be in their life, because as a group that's been around since 1948, you've got a lot of the answers.
Right.
And you've seen all of this before. How long does it take typically for someone to make some adjustments and get on the path like Debbie here?
I would say it's really individual on how much you want to put into it yourself. Some people can do it really fast. Other people struggle, depending on what's going on in your life. It will depend on how fast you take the weight off.
And how much you want to lose.
Right,
So
and how much you need to lose or want to lose.
It's got to be a lifestyle change.
Right.
That's the main thing that I think we focus on. It can't be a this and that. It's hard on your heart
Right.
when you go it up and down. It's got to be a lifetime change, and you got to come in and understand what that means and things that, I get all that.
So
No,
the support structure is there for losing the weight, for becoming healthy. It's also there to help protect, I would imagine, the person so that they're not doing drastic things to lose
Exactly.
weight, that they're going about it in the right methods,
The right
because it didn't come on overnight, it can't come off overnight.
Right, and that's why we emphasize the fact that TOPS stands for Take Off Pounds Sensibly.
Yeah, so even
Fad
back in
diets don't
1948,
work.
they understood that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Fad
Yeah.
diets don't work.
No, we just talked about that, the old gimmicks of the day. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, no, there's a whole new world where even our gymnasiums where Chris and I and others work out at, I mean, that's a nice part about our chapters. We have 8 or more just from our group that will go out to the gym. We'll support each other. It's more than just meeting in a room.
Right.
It's about connecting there so you can connect and help each other outside of that room and be accountable to each other. Yeah.
Well, Mike, can you remind everybody where to go and who to call if they want more information?
Yeah, they can go to tops.org, TOPS, all capital letters, .org, and they will give the folks at the end of that line, they'll give them the chapter locations. They'll be able to send them information about what TOPS is. You can actually find us online if you go to Facebook. Everywhere you type in TOPS, TOPS, and you will find hundreds, if not 1,000 or more sites for TOPS that chapters have created, that the TOPS Incorporated has created as well. And so it's out there. And then again, coming through groups like yours, it's very appreciative because, again, we get to add that as a list of people that will be able to understand who we are because you were so kind to us.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for being here. Sherry, remind everybody that it's economical. You said it's around $5 a month for people to participate.
That is per chapter. They make their own dues, and usually it's about $5.
So
for
it varies
dues.
a little bit, but
Yes.
average is about $5.
It averages about $5, yes. It depends on where their meetings are, if they have to pay a rental or not. Being nonprofit, we've been fortunate that we don't have to pay rental fees.
Same here.
And so it is economical. And when you compare it to some of the other organizations out there that are advertising all the time and promoting, food or whatever, ours is really more economical and we're more educational, I think. I've tried a couple of the other things where they take food away, then gradually put it in. We don't take food away. We teach you how to eat normally and do what is best for your body, because everybody's body is different in how they react.
We're all a little different. Yeah, Debbie, and why don't you close it off for us with, as a kind of a success story, right? You're a cop.
Yep.
You're keeping the pounds off sensibly.
Right.
Maybe a food for thought.
It's food for thought. Just my food for thought is just come to the meetings. It keeps me accountable. It really does.
So keep the support structure, help
Yes.
others, it
They're
will help
so,
you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You got it.
And we have a really good support structure at our Lake Orion
They do. It's beautiful.
chapter.
Great. Well, Debbie, Sherry, Mike, thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and I hope you have a lot of success with helping people, as it sounds like you have been for years.
Yeah.
For Orion Outreach, I'm Michael Dwyer.
And thank you very much.
Yes. Thanks for
Yes.
having us.